Okay, welcome friends. This is our second career spotlight with Machelle Henneberry with Solon Strong Nutrition here in Solon. She's a local entrepreneur and we're so excited that she's taken the time to talk to us today. And we're gonna let her get started. Take it away, Machelle.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Machelle Henneberry and I am from Solon Strong Nutrition here in town in Solon. I'm originally from South Dakota. Believe me, it's much colder there than it is here. Growing up in South Dakota, I was very active. I was in all sports, just like most of you are. And as even an adult, I love to run still and keep active. And so what brought me to Solon Nutrition is years ago, I was diagnosed with autoimmune disorder. And so I had to really lower my fat content in my meals. And so I was having a real hard time keeping it very low fat. And my doctor suggested protein shakes. So I tried every protein shake out there and I never found any that I liked until I found Herbalife. And they are hands down the best shakes you will find anywhere. And so that's what brought me into Herbalife and into Solon Strong Nutrition. So what I do is I'm a health coach. And as a health coach, I am able to help others that may have health conditions that they need to watch their nutrients on, whether they need to gain weight, lose weight. Let's see. Oh, if they have diabetes, they have to watch their numbers, just with a lot of different scenarios with health. And so that's how I got started. What do I do on a daily basis? I help everyone that comes in my door. We offer protein shakes, which are full meal replacements. And we also offer energy drinks, which have no sugar, so you don't get the crash in the afternoon. And so basically, in a nutshell, that is what I do. And let's see, what else can I tell you? I know you guys are going to ask me, what's my favorite part? What's the least likely that I like to do? My favorite part is being able to help people. I suffered for years trying to figure out, what works for me as far as nutrition, what I can and cannot eat. And I know there's so many other people out there that also suffer the same thing, especially with all the allergies out there. That's one thing I love about our products is that you can get gluten-free, dairy-free, and that's how I help people. I adjust their nutrition and help them with their daily meals. Any questions?
Yeah, can you tell us how, after you sort of found these shakes that worked really well for you personally, what did it look like then transforming that into your own business that you run?
Well, what I had to do is I started out as a pop-up. And when I say a pop-up, it's basically trying it out in a town. So we just popped up. I was up at uptown in the stable building is where I first started. And basically what we do is I have an accounting background, so I knew what numbers and everything I needed to make it work. And so then going forward, I needed to know if enough people were interested in the product in the town of Solon to make it feasible to start my own shop here. So that's how I started. Everything went well. So in May, I opened up the store here at Solon Nutrition.
Awesome. So would you say that your accounting background was a really important piece to your success as a businesswoman?
Yes. I never dreamed of owning a nutrition shop. That is not what I had in mind in my growing up. I want to do this or I want to do that. I knew I always wanted to help people, but I loved numbers. And all through high school, I just wanted to be an accountant. That was it. And then I did accounting for years and I got bored with it. And I'm like, I need to do more. I want to do more. I want to be able to help people. So that's how I put the two together. And here I am now at Solon Strong.
Awesome. Do you have any other special training, or did you have to seek out additional special training as you got started?
Through Herbalife, they offer all kinds of training. Yes, we have to go through nutrition training. And I always had to meet with a dietitian with my own. So I learned a lot from both areas.
If you were to give advice to a young person who's thinking about starting their own business, whether it is a nutrition business or, a restaurant or food or something else entirely, what is some advice that you would give to them to help them be successful?
The first thing I would tell them is believe in yourself, because you can definitely do it. You have to put your mind to it. You have to work hard and have a good work ethic. And study hard in school.
Do you think that someone needs to study something in particular or major in something specific in order to have a successful business? Or do you think people can come at it from different directions?
I think they can come from all directions.
Awesome. Okay, we've got a question in the chat. Is there a difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist? Ooh, that's a great question.
Very good question. Yes, there is. Because what I do is I'm a wellness coach. So I coach people basically how to either lose weight, gain weight. And that's what a nutritionist does too. But a nutritionist is much more in depth. So a nutritionist will actually sit down with you and figure out your whole diet of what you need in your diet, where we break it down to whereas, how much fat are you getting? How much carbs are you getting? Calories and that type of thing. We don't go as far in depth as a nutritionist.
Excellent. Okay. So you said the thing that you like most about your job is helping people.
Yeah.
What would you say you like the least about your job? What's the hardest part of being your own boss?
Taking time off. I feel like I work all the time, and it's because I love what I do and I want to be here, but it's just hard to take a break sometimes and walk away and just take a day off. It's different when it's your own. And so, rather than just taking vacation days, if you work for somebody else. So it just I feel it just makes a big difference. Because, you're working for yourself. So if you don't work, you don't get paid.
So you have a lot of Solon teens that work at Solon Strong Nutrition with you. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Tell us a little bit about how it is managing, teenagers and maybe like some of your son's friends, perhaps, or kids that you know from the community.
Yes, I love having kids come in here and starting their morning and day out right and getting on the nutritional path. What I love about my girls is they're flexible, and sometimes we have to work around sports, but we can do it. And we work early mornings here, so a lot of them will come first thing in the morning, even before they go to school.
That's a lot of dedication to get teenagers up early.
It is,
and
but
into work on time.
They do. They always show up.
That's great. Let me see what other questions. Oh, so for your job, we talked about how you can kind of come at this from lots of different educational backgrounds.
Yes.
But what about what you studied in school was helpful and supported you in this specific endeavor?
So I went to school for accounting. So I learned, basically, your gain loss and everything like that. You got to know how much revenue you have coming in before you can buy more products, and just keep everything steady and keep your business going.
So it sounds like if someone is thinking about starting their own business, if we have some high school students that say, that's what I want to do, I want to be my own boss, I have this great idea, I want to start my own business, that the most helpful thing would be to get comfortable with accounting and with numbers so they can tell if their endeavor will be successful. Is that what you would say?
Correct. Yes, absolutely. Business degrees help a lot.
Can you talk at all? So we know in the Solon community that everybody helps each other and supports each other. Can you talk a little bit about your experience in the Solon community specifically, and support and connections that you've made that have helped you become successful?
Sure. I love helping people out. So I love, I deliver to like all the schools and, help them out because they can't always get here in the morning when they're trying to get to school on time. So I do deliver for all the teachers and staff. And another thing, like the other night, we just did the trunk or treat, all the businesses in Solon, and that was a lot of fun. We had such a great turnout, and the kids were they were amazing. The costumes, I couldn't believe some of them. They went all out, and it was a lot of fun. So it's fun to get to know like the community that way.
Awesome. Okay, do we have any more questions in the chat from anyone? Okay, so Machelle, you said that you could give us maybe a behind the scenes tour of Solon Strong Nutrition that the regular customers don't get to see.
Right. So I'm going to take you guys out and I'm going to show you. I think Delaney's out there right now. If anyone knows Delaney, you can say hi to Delaney. See if I can go here a minute. And then I'll try and show you guys everything. So speaking of high schoolers, here's one of them, Delaney. Everyone say hi to Delaney. So what we have is, this is where we make my shakes. I don't know how well this is gonna work. We'll try it out here. So this is my shake bar with, let's see, I'm trying to show you here. There we go. The picture is so small. Anyway, you can see all of our things that we have on our bar here. Lots and lots of choices. And then we'll come over here, and this is our tea and coffee area. You can see all our yummy flavors. And really, that's about it behind the scenes, besides our dishes, and everyone knows what that looks like. It's just fun. We try to keep it fun in here. I made Delaney turn our music down. Usually we have it up pretty good to get everybody going in the morning and afternoons for some fun.
That's great. I was expecting to see more blenders, but it was mostly
just one right now. I'm working on a second one. I need a little more counter space first.
That's fair. Blenders take up some space.
They do, yes.
What would you say your favorite flavor or current favorite shake is right now?
Ooh,
or drink?
Usually my favorite's the wedding cake. Right now it's the blueberry muffin as far as shakes. And the teas is the Hocus Pocus is my favorite.
Ooh, Hocus Pocus sounds very seasonal. Tell us about that.
The flavors. I have to go back over here. It is pomegranate, raspberry, cherry lime, and grape. Yes, very good.
That does sound tasty.
Yeah, they're fun. We have a good time making them. The girls like to create them, which is really fun. They get very creative.
Oh, so they get to design some of the flavors.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's a plus. That's a
It
plus.
is. Yeah, they love that part.
Has anyone designed a drink named after themselves?
Not after themselves. Oh, Sylvia Slurpee. Yep.
Okay.
Sylvia was one of my high school girls too, until she graduated and moved on to college. But she did. She called hers the Sylvia Slurpee.
Excellent. Oh yeah, we've got a question in the chat. Do you make up the flavors? So yeah, do you design all of the mixes, or is it just, are there some that are like recommended recipes and then you do your own on top of that?
Yes, we do our own, and then we also have a big list of recommended ones too.
That's super fun. Do you, if you do staff meetings, do you like experiment together, or how do you come up with the flavors?
Usually when we're working, the girls will just start throwing stuff in, whatever sounds good. It gets pretty fun.
That does sound really fun. How big is your team at Solon Strong Nutrition?
We have what, five people that work in here on a regular basis.
And how is that? Did you have experience managing a team before you started Solon Strong Nutrition, or is this new for you?
This is new for me. I've never had to be in charge. Delaney's laughing at me. And the toughest part about that is just scheduling with everyone's activities and stuff, but we work it out and it's always fun.
That's great. Okay, if any of our teams are interested, if they think it sounds fun to work at Solon Strong Nutrition and they want to design their own shake flavor and name it after themselves, how do they go about applying for a job with you?
They can just come down here and let me know if they're interested.
All right. Well, that's super fun. Do we have any more questions? I think we've gone through all my questions that I had, plus a few more that came up as you were telling us about, about everything. All right, I don't see any more. Well, Machelle, thank you so much for your time. It's so fun to see, like I said, behind the scenes, even when it doesn't seem exciting to you because you see it every day. It's super fun for us to see the counter with all the powders and all the syrups and and everything, and learn about how the flavors are made.
By accident sometimes.
Sometimes the greatest inventions are by accident. Right?
That's right. Yep, they are.
Excellent. Well, thank you again so much for your time. We're so lucky to have you talk to us today. Next month, we'll be having a zoologist, Carter Cranberg, join us and talk to us about what a zoologist is. If you love animals, if you want to learn more about how you can study animals or jobs that you can do with animals beyond being a veterinarian or working on a farm, he's going to talk to us about that. So make sure you join us. I don't remember the date off the top in November, but I believe it's the third Thursday in November. We'll post about it on the library website. Thank you to everyone who joined us. And thank you again to Machelle for your time. You've been great.
Thank you.